English? You speak no English?
Is that a child? Oh nah! What's good, y'all? It's your boy Soldaya, and in this video we gonna be reacting to YouTubers who accidentally found terrifying things. This gonna be a good one, so without any time waste, let's get right into it.
Connor Kelly and his family were exploring the McCoy mine in Nevada.
Something always goes wrong when it comes to mines and caves, like every single time.
An abandoned mine shaft in the desert, with a portion of the entrance still accessible, the group begins to travel through the depths of the mine and begin their exploration. The cavern was very large, with a few artifacts still present from when it was functional years ago. The group stays quiet as they don't want to risk the sound dislodging any rocks from the ceiling.
Why do people even go like cave diving in the first place? The amount of stories I've heard of like people being stuck in caves, people being lost in mines is insane. I can never do that.
However, it's not long before they approach something that demands discussion.
Alright, let's see this.
Do you see that reflection? They're trying to...
Check it out. Oh, Jesus.
What the hell is that?
What the fuck? It's a shoe.
Oh, shoes?
The group finds a large pile of children-sized shoes.
Oh hell nah, bruh. Something really terrible must have been going on behind the scenes. Cause why is there a whole bunch of like children-sized shoes all around, bruh? This gotta be the location of a kidnapping. This is exactly the reason why you can never catch me around mines. Like hell no.
And bones.
Bones too?
The group suddenly gets justifiably cautious and stands back as they're unsure what to do from here. One member of the group even—
Nah, at this point, this is where you just get up out of there and call the cops, bro. No questioning, no thinking. Just straight out of there and straight on the phone with the police.
pulls a gun, fearing for nearby predators deeper in the cave, or quite possibly, even another human.
Damn.
After a brief discussion and inspecting the pile of shoes a little closer, the group advances a little bit further, where a dead end is found, and the floor is scattered with more bones.
Bones? No, this is whatever was going on in there was so inhumane. Like, what do y'all think was going on? Because why is there a whole bunch of children's shoes and bones just scattered around the place? Nah, that's crazy.
Further investigation from viewers of the video mentioned that the bones don't appear to be human. It's more likely that these bones were a result of animal carcasses from predators such as mountain lions who might have feasted on their food within the cave. The children's shoes, however—
Yeah, that don't explain the children's shoes though.
Are a completely different story. There is no definite explanation for this.
I'm gonna be honest, that ain't no mountain lions, bro. We all know damn well that ain't no mountain lions. The children's shoes plus the bones, nah, something really freaky must have been going on, really crazy.
And I don't think there ever will be. However, the leading theory is that these were trophies collected from a serial killer. Collecting items from
like that I wouldn't even be surprised, cause wow.
Victims isn't unheard of, with a very famous legend in Michigan claiming that a mysterious tree dangling children's shoes was also decorated by a serial killer.
Why do they do this? Like, do they just like put in trophies of like just for someone to catch them? I just don't understand the logic of these serial killers, man.
If you look at the shoes, they also appeared to be tethered differently. Some shoes look so worn like they've been there for decades, while others only a few years old. These shoes weren't dumped here all at once. It's a collection that had been built for some time.
Yeah, I can't lie, it's definitely a serial killer, bro. Like, someone out there who hasn't been caught, who has a thing for kidnapping children, this is definitely their doing. And from the looks of it, he's got a lot of victims, because that's crazy.
The family leaves, and no conclusions have been met.
Nah, the police should really look into it, because what do you mean no conclusions have been met? That's crazy.
A YouTuber by the name Dateline420 was hiking in the woods in the border of a park in Suffolk County, New York. Here he stumbled across what he believed to be the end of somebody's property, as there was a shed and a fire pit, as well as the sound of cars in the distance. Directly outside, where the property line meets the woods, were trees decorated with something harrowing.
Anyway, I'll cut right to the chase because I might die. Look
What the hell is that?
what these fucking are.
Oh, hell no.
Missing person photos. Not one, not two, but dozens of posters detailing missing people were pinned on almost every tree in the surrounding area.
That's weird as hell, bro. If it was me, I'd get the hell out of there because I'm not trying to become the next missing person on those trees.
One might
Not me.
wonder if maybe this was a setup for a video, however, making this all more disturbing. These have been confirmed to be real missing people. Taking a closer look, these are missing person cases from all across the United States and throughout different years, mostly between 2009
Now, whoever did this is definitely the person responsible for all these missing people.
and 2013. They also look very old and weathered, as if they've been hung up for quite some time.
You could tell. These aren't new. Like, not just that this is 2012, Noblesville, Indiana, right? Look at the fucking tape. Look at the water damage. These shits have been hanging up for a while.
Whether
Imagine like the reaction of him like when he first saw that. Like, what do you even do in that situation? Because if it was me, I'd be scared shitless, bruh. I'd be out of there in no time.
this be a serial killer's documentation of his murders or some sick joke,
No, 100%. This is not a joke, bro. Like, this is because the fact that these people are real missing people. Nah, this gotta be like a real serial killer or something. The person responsible for kidnapping all these people is definitely the same person hanging all these up.
it's still disturbing either way. The man then investigated the surrounding area and finds a few more unsettling things. The most odd being what appears to be a cage built with binded tree branches and a
Oh, hell no.
filled-in hole sitting at the center. The man eventually hears voices and runs away.
Yo, like that would be scary as hell.
He reported the findings to the police, and after a quick investigation, the house adjacent to the campsite claimed that they pinned the photos as they were preparing for an upcoming Halloween party.
That's so weird. Like, why would you pin the photos of actual missing people up for like a Halloween party? Like just a joke. That's such a messed up joke. Like, what? Who does that?
However, if that's the case, why do the posters look so old? And why was this the only thing set up at least a month before Halloween?
A month before Halloween? Nah, the cops better have not. I pray the cops did not buy that and they actually did some real research. Because I don't know, sometimes these cops just be taking witness statements and just going on with their day, not putting in the actual work to find out what actually happened, bro. Because no way, this is just a joke.
With many people asking and Dateline 420 very curious, he revisited the site on Halloween to only find multiple new no trespassing signs and no indicator for any party or event.
Wow. Yeah, no, it's definitely not for Halloween, bro. Yo, the person who said it's for Halloween, they're suspicious as hell. Like, that person better be arrested by now.
YouTubers Sam and Colby often make videos featuring themselves and a group of friends as they visit haunted locations. I say this with no disrespect, as I think it makes for a more interesting story. However, their content is very suited to the seemingly staged side of YouTube horror. It seems like every abandoned place they go to has some paranormal occurrence, and it's hard to imagine that at least some of these aren't staged. Again, I
A lot of these are staged 100%, bro. Like, 100%.
want to reiterate, they are very entertaining, and they deserve the success for the production they put in. However, one night, they witnessed one of the most terrifying horrors they have on this channel, and they didn't even realize it. In a video titled Exploring Abandoned Insane Asylum, Girl Screams, Sam and Colby, as well as fellow YouTubers The Ireland Boys, visited an abandoned asylum hidden in a nearby forest. Typical to the format they have on many videos, they explore the abandoned building and
That gotta be like so scary, exploring like so much abandoned buildings as content. Like, imagine if something actually happens and like, let's say you go missing, like it's gonna be crazy.
swear someone
But hey, it's good content though.
was there with them.
I literally think there's something downstairs. Whatever thing that you heard earlier. I think that's basically all there is there, though, to explore. It's just a bunch of rooms. Well, then let's go freaking figure out what's downstairs before it comes up and finds us. Okay.
That gotta be the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Let's go figure out what's downstairs before it comes up and finds us. How about you don't figure it out? How about you just run away and act as if nothing happened instead of risking your life?
They act nervous and walk around cautiously. However, as they're exploring more, they hear police sirens coming from the distance. Thinking that they might be coming for them, as visiting this place is technically trespassing, the group flees the building and stakes out in the nearby woods.
There are people right in front of us that are not Colby. And they are looking right past us.
It's only
Oh, hell no.
here that a series of odd occurrences commence that even the YouTubers aren't quite sure what to make of. They notice a few random people entering the building they just left, and a helicopter with active searchlights flying overhead. They run through the woods, trying to make their escape, when they suddenly hear a blood-curdling scream.
What the f? You hear that? Yeah, get out of here! Go! Guys, run!
The woman continues to scream, and eventually the crew flees the woods to conclude their latest episode of exploring creepy abandoned buildings.
I know damn well they ain't going back here, cause like imagine you're a YouTuber, right? Who makes a whole bunch of like, let's just say scripted horror house videos for like entertainment. And the one time you see the real deal, right? You must be scared shitless. Like I know damn well they ain't coming back anytime soon.
After this night, and the upload of the video, viewers would begin to get curious and investigate what might have happened that night. And a few weeks later, they would find out that yes, it was true. This was most definitely not a planned bit by Sam and Colby. If you take a look at this map, the YouTube group was in this forest in early September of 2017. It was right here, on September 13th, that the body of Lauren Wallen, a pregnant mother, was found dead in a shallow grave.
Oh, ain't no way. Ain't no way.
She had been missing for 9 days. Although never confirmed, one can easily imagine where these screams came from on that tragic night in this forest.
It was definitely from her. She was getting murdered by someone. No, that is crazy.
What the f? You hear that? Yeah.
Adventures with Purpose is a YouTube channel that focuses on recovering artifacts from lakes and ponds. These are normally related to true crime cases, whether it be a car from a criminal or an article of clothing from missing people. The goal of the channel is to basically help out investigations as well as aiding the environment. That's why on May 26 of 2020, the group planned to participate in a mass environmental cleanup. In a survey of a lake in Portland, Oregon, they found evidence of multiple vehicles that have sunk to the bottom of the lake. On a day
I have a pretty good feeling where this is heading to right now.
where the tide was low, the group built a map, pinning general locations to all these vehicles, and planned to dedicate the day to retrieving them and cleaning out the waters. They get in their wetsuits and begin navigating the lake, diving down and pinpointing each car detailed in their debriefing. They quickly find the first car and begin preparing for extraction. After attaching the car to a trailer on
Would y'all ever do this job? Because I wonder how much this job pays, because it doesn't seem all too bad, depending on how deep the car is.
the land and positioning it to be pulled up a ramp, Adventures with Purpose went live to document a sweet moment in humanity.
We're dressed up. We are finally back in the water.
Yes, we are.
And before that, like we can like elbow bump because anyway, we have a car that's coming out right now. This car today. We're gonna do this whole thing live. Like we've spent last 4 or 5 hours.
Oh, yeah, 4 or 5 hours.
Already getting this thing out because it was
10:30.
10:30 this morning. It was 80 feet deep, and so we're now at the very
80 feet's kind of crazy.
end of this, and we've never done actual live showing somebody bring it for us to bring out of the.
How much would they have to pay you for you to take this job? Like, let me know in the comments.
River.
Many individuals were volunteering their time to clean the water, and just as the first car began to emerge from the lake, a chilling discovery would be found.
There it is. All right, let's clean it out.
Is that a body?
There's a shoe in there. Whoa, 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 whoa! Call the cops! Call the cops! Call the cops!
A decomposed body and bones were sitting in the front seat. After the police were called, investigation found that this body belonged to Timothy Robinson, a man who went missing on November 27th of 2008, 12 years before this discovery was made.
He's been underwater since 2008? That's crazy.
The family was notified and were relieved to finally have some closure after so many years. Exploring with Josh, a YouTuber who explores a variety of places, once found his crew and himself at the neck of a giant underground cave. This cave in Washington County is named the Ape Cave and stretches almost 2.5 miles long. Although deep, the cave is rather open with plenty of room for exploring and walking around.
It seems like we've not learned our lesson when it comes to cave diving. Like, something always goes wrong when it comes to the cave diving.
There's little risk of getting stuck, and it's typically welcoming to amateur spelunkers.
Even the ones where there's little risk to getting stuck, some bullshit always happens. All the time. Either something falls or someone ends up chasing you.
Josh and his friends found this encouraging, however weren't afraid of taking a little risk to reach less explored sectors of the cave.
First mistake.
I've finally seen some sort of writing, but I can't really make out what it says. But I think we're gonna be kneeling down now. I think we're gonna have to kneel down. Oh god.
Second mistake.
The majority of the 12-minute vlog just features the crew having fun. They begin to walk down a corridor that continuously gets smaller and smaller before each are on
Third mistake.
their stomachs, inching through the narrow tunnel they found themselves in. They continue to question if they should continue, wondering if there's any more to explore as the tunnel gets rather tight.
I'm gonna answer it for you. No, don't continue.
I don't even know if this leads out anywhere. I think it's just the end. We can be crawling all day. Let's find out.
They even reach a point where
Let's find out. Fourth mistake.
they were about to turn back, however Josh luckily noticed that the tunnel opened up. The crew squeezed through and successfully reached the end of the cave. What they didn't know was that somebody was waiting for them at the end.
Oh, hell no.
Okay, got it. Can I head back now? This girl doesn't have a flashlight. Okay, I'm gonna take out my phone, actually.
English?
I don't know
You speak no English.
Is that a child? Oh, nah.
No?
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay, come with us.
Hey, Josh. Do you see those, the couple that was back there?
What the hell is a child doing at the end of a cave?
You wanna come with us?
Tell them their daughter's up here and she's scared.
They don't speak. She doesn't speak English.
They don't speak English.
It's okay.
It's alright. This is the way back.
What an experience. As we were about to leave, this little girl comes up out of nowhere, scares us, and at first we're like, wait.
Oh, looks like for once it's a good thing that they kept on going deeper inside the cave because they wouldn't be able to find this little girl.
Whose parents are hers? And she was just there alone by herself. Then she just stood there in the back, so I started talking to her, but she wouldn't answer me. And I was like, wait a minute. I don't think she speaks English. It turns out she really didn't speak English at all. She's by herself, crawled the whole way in there by herself, no light. No light. What the heck? I don't get it.
No light is crazy.
No light. She didn't even speak English.
Inside one of the deepest sectors of the Ape Cave was a little girl, noticeably terrified and cautious. The group
That's actually crazy. Like, really, what is a little girl doing in the deepest section of a whole cave?
tried to console her, however she was clearly fearing for her life, as she didn't want to approach the strangers in the isolated cave. Turns out that this girl was missing, ran into the ape cave, and crawled to the end of one of its deepest tunnels. The girl was stranded, alone in the dark, and looking at this angle of the only entrance to her location, I wonder if she would ever have been found, if not for this group.
Nah, she would have never been found because no one would ever risk themselves going in there. No, that's actually crazy. For once, a cave diver did the right thing for going inside of a cave. I never thought I'd say this.
She was let out and thankfully reunited with her family.
Wow, this video was something else. Imagine going, like, you're risking your life going inside of a cave, right? only to find a little girl who's been stranded. Like, I'm so glad that little girl was able to get back home. Like, imagine if no one took that risk to go explore that cave, and that girl would have not been found, then she most likely would have starved to death or something bad like that. But wow, this was crazy. But if y'all have any stories or anything like that, let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I'm gonna catch you on my next video. Peace.